Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alam nashrah laka sadrak wa wada'na 'anka wizrak alladhi anqadha dhahrak wa rafa'na laka dhikrak fa inna ma'al usri yusra inna ma'al usri yusra fa idza faraghta fansab wa ila rabbika farghab. Sadaqallahul azim.
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Shahidatta hurihaku dinna med me baddal kolli let's read kyumge harakatuge hawana session genestinuma meduge me session hasa kolle for me wani tikudinge school midterm break tikudinne engeta let's read kyumge harakataki gaumi kutubuhana Asia Foundation adi divehi rajyege gaumi university ay golige hinge harakate meduge me session ga guruwan kewadini Muhiddin school ga dariwar amnat Ruya Hussein Session gaves divehi adi ingiresi wahake tikudinna kiyadene. Let's read application adi website benu kuranu gevves tikudinna kiyadene. Adi warang hasa kamevves onnane.
Kongadiyako nimene.
Asia Foundation ge faratum baskole vidaluma. Asia Foundation ge director Mr. Enten Nallatambiya Dannawala. I would like to request director of the Asia Foundation Mr. Enten Nallatambi to say a few words. Mr. Enten Nallatambi.
I think you're on mute. We can't hear you.
I think, sorry, I was on mute. Good morning, everybody, and nice to be in the program. I have noted that there's more than 100 participation, which is very interesting, and we are very happy about it. We are increasing the participation every week, I think. So this is one of the many programs that we have conducted with the cooperation of the National Library and also the National University in the Maldives to enhance reading online as well as improve the culture of reading among children in the Maldives. So just to say a few words on the reading habit, I think the parents, teachers, and librarians should concentrate and get together and motivate children to read. And there are little tips that I can give you in the motivation side. That is creating an atmosphere which is more important, very important for improving the culture of reading. And creating the mindset among children is also one of the key areas that we should concentrate in reading. Creating an environment for reading is also important where children are concerned. Allocating time for reading per day through the parents or teachers or whoever it is, it's also important. Sharing what you have read is another aspect that children can motivate to read. They share their knowledge, what they have read to the others. Online reading is also another important task during these pandemic times. Devices and helping others to read. You read a book and also help the others to read is also an important factor on reading culture. In addition, I would like to say that I think children must do different fields of books, the different knowledge, different types of books so that they can enhance. And also, I think parents also must encourage children of allocating a little bit of money every month to buy books for children and also get them to read. So these are some of the things that I would like to mention in the reading program. where we would concentrate more and more children to participate and also more and more children to read through the online platform. This is a particular program that we are interested in popularizing, the Let's Read platform in the Maldives, which we are aiming at children from 5 to 15, where Joel will tell you more about it. So with those kind words, I think I will end by saying thank you very much for both the organizations for coming up with this holiday program. This is normally we conduct once a week, but this time once a month, but this time we are doing it in between because these days are holidays for the Maldives. So I think it was mooted by the National University and the National Library to have an extra program for the month. And I'm very happy that we have really successfully arranged this program with about 100 participation with the children. So thank you very much. And with those words, have a nice day and have an enjoyable reading session. Thank you very much.
Shukriya and thank you, Mr. Internal Tambi. Then Kuriangoti Divehi Wahakage Wagutpolu. Medutiku dinna Divehi Wahakaki Adeni Shehe Datta. Ngado Shehe Datta Wahakian Avan Hawal Kolama. Shehe Datta Koba Ava Wahaka Fashangado. Mikudi mitbi Vara Wahaka Dohaitu Vara Tayarugan.
I think this will be the demonstration, no? In English or? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. I will do the demonstration first, or you want to start the?
No. They're going to read the Divi story first.
Okay, no, because I had to leave after this. That's what I was trying to do it first.
Okay.
Can I do the demonstration and then start reading the book? Is that fine?
Just let me check.
Yeah. Hello.
Program ameti kuda badalen yasinge kodin. Denga huria kodin Let's Read application adi website beenun kuraga das kollama. Ingres bahu miba kuria gengosteni Asia Foundation ning Mr. Joel Prakash adi divehi bahu kuria gengosteni Fatmat Nashfa. Joel, let's start the English demonstration.
Yeah. Thank you. Welcome everyone. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for joining today on this Let's Read demonstration and to read interesting story. So I will be doing a small demonstration on how to use the Let's Read platform and how to select the books from the platform and how you can navigate through the platform. First, let me share my screen. Yeah, I hope you can see my screen. So this is our Let's Read digital platform, which is a free platform for everyone to use. You don't have to pay any amount of subscription. It's a free digital platform. As you all can see, it's a platform with colorful illustrations and stories. So it will be really interesting for the children to navigate through and select the books and start reading. So as you can see the URL here, in order to get into this platform, what you have to do is you have to type let's read asia.org. I will also share this with the on the chat section, so it's easy for you all to navigate. So once you're into the platform, you can notice we have, if you go right into the bottom, we can see we have audiobooks, sign languages, and reading daily goal settings. I will explain on my presentation. On this search your start search. So you can filter your books according to your interest. So if you want to read books in English, you can always read in books in English. We have almost more than 800 books in English, and also we are trying to translate these English books into Devaki, which is the Maldivian language, by the help of the National University. So I think we have around 170 to 180 books at the moment in Devaki language. So you all can navigate it. So I think Nasha will show you how to navigate through the Devaki books. I'll just show you how to do the navigate to the English book. So you can select here English, and as you can see here, there are reading levels. So at the moment, currently we are aiming at age group from 5 to 15. So the reading level 0 will be the lowest level, and reading level 5 will be the highest level, which is for the 15-year-old. And also, if you can notice here, there are categories. We have given different categories to books, so that it's easy for the user to select their book which they like to read. So if you want to read any books in arts and music, you can always select from this category here. And also there are books about nature, and then there are books on family and friendship, and about community. So whichever it's your interest of reading, you can select it from here, and then you have to click show books. So once you once you click that, you will be taken to all the books which you have filtered. And I will just show you one book how to read. So in order to read a book, you just have to click on the book. So once you're on the book, you can see there are some details about the publisher, illustrator, and the language. And also this CC by NC means Creative Commons licensed by non-commercial. So what this license does is it allows the readers to download this book free of charge, and also they can print it and use it to read the books with their children and their students, as long as you don't use these books for commercial purposes. So you can't sell these books or use in any commercial purpose, but you can download it and read it for free. You notice here that this book is in 2 different languages, and also it has 24 pages, and the reading level of this book is 4. So from here you can download the book into your device in PDF version or EPUB version. In order to read this book, you have to click read. From here, what you can do is you can start reading. As you can see, it's simple text and then colorful illustrations. So all the books that we have on the platform are similar. It has a lot of colorful illustrations and simple text, so it's easy for the children to read. From this top icon, what you can do is you can change the size of the text. If you feel the text is a bit smaller, you can make it big. And also you can change the interface color. So if you want to read it in a black background, or you don't want to change the color, you can always do that. From here, you can download the book as well, as I mentioned to you before. We have added a new feature into this platform. Is we can change the interface language, which is a good option to have. So from here, what you can do is you can change the language into Devaki, but at the moment it's not updated and live. I will just show you in another language. So now currently the interface is in English. So because we have selected English, so if you select this language, so as you can see, the interface is changed into that language. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to include Devaki into the interface, so that it's easy to navigate for the children in the Maldives. So as you can see, all this will be changed into Devaki. So once you select the Devaki language from here, if you go down, you can see here the language is there. But currently, it's not everything. Yeah, some are updated, but not everything is updated. Yeah. Into English. Yeah. Yeah. So as I mentioned before, we are trying to include audiobooks and sign language videos into the platform. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to include audiobooks for the books which are already available on the platform. So it's easy. So it will be fun and easy for the readers to use the platform, and it will be interactive. And also we are trying to include sign language videos as well. So at the moment we are having the platform application in Android devices, and we are working on the iOS devices for us to accommodate iPhones and iPads. So end of this month, most probably this will also be available for the users. So currently, Android version is available, which is a free application you can always download from your Google Play Store. This profile, what it does is it helps the user to create profiles. Like you can create profiles and you can choose your character. You can change your character and you can put and you can give a name. And then what this does is it monitors your usage on the platform. So you can always reminder. You can keep a reminder when to remind you to start reading on the platform, and then you can also reach goals by setting them. So like each day to read 20 minutes, or each day you want to read 30 minutes or 50 minutes, you can set that, and then you can save it, and then it will the platform will monitor it, and then it will be a good feature to have for the students, and it will be a motivation for them to read. Yeah, that is the platform. So I will hand over to Nashwa, which she will be doing the demonstration in Devaki. Thank you.
Thank you, Joel. Dehingar nashtatya dive bohum me dehingar nashtatya application adi website beenu koran go kiyal den hawal kollan.
شكرا شهيبة. هنا كنا نشطة قاعدة يبيتا. شيا كلنا نيجي. بس نشطة screen بنا ده ولا كنا بس. شكرا ولا كده. أوكي. مهار ملاني كيا ده ده مجول بيبي كيا دين أنا platform දිවෙහින් බේනුම් කරන්නකෝ. ನಾನು ಉರಿಹಾಕುತ್ತೇನೆ ಅನೆ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ವನ್ನನ್ಯಾಮು reader.letsreadasia.org ಜಹಾಫ URL ಕ ಜಹಾಫ ಎಂಟರ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲಿಮ ಮಿ ಪೇಜ ವದೆವೇನೆ ಇಂಗೆ ಮಿ ಪೇಜಕಿ ಮಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಪಹಂ ಉರಿ ಫತ್ತಕೆ ಅನೆ ಮಿಸ್ಮೆ ನಶತ್ತಮ ಮೆಹರ್ ಮಿದಾನಿ ದಿವೆ ಬಾ ತರ್ಜಮಾ ಕುರಮ ಎಮ ತರ್ಜಮಾ ಕೊಫ ಉರಿ ಫತ್ತ ಮಿಸಾಲಕ ದಿವೆಹಿನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲಂ ಬೇನು ವೆಜಂ ತಿಕುದೆ ಫತೆಗೆ ನಂಗಿಂಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಮ ಮಿತಾಗ ಹಮ ಜಹಾಲಂ ಎ ಫತುಗೆ ನಂಗೆ ಹೆನು ಲಿಯೋನು ಮಿಹಿಗೆ ನಂಗಿಂಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಮಸ್ ಎಗೊತವಸ್ ಪಾಲೆ ವಿದಾನ್ ಏನೊಂದು ಹಮೆಂಕೆನಿ ದಿವೆಹಿ ಬಹುಂ ಹುರಿಪತ್ತ ಬಾಲಂ ಬೇನು ವೆಜ್ಜಾಮು ಮಿ ವಿಟಮಿನ್ ದಿನಿಂದ ಮಿ ಸೈನ್ ಮಿಯ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲಿಮ ಅನ್ನನೆ languages mitami honanenda migen divehi ekeni penna gotan adam bena miya divesa click kollima and show books allima mita teriam miyannani sorry etchaka click kolloneta ado damma dive asa diye ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೇನೆ James nashtattem harmony screen ga masalen ule hen evening so අමන්නනේ ඉංග්‍රීසි okay මස්සලෙන් එබෝලේ මිගතරේ එකම ඒකට දිවෙහින් සර්ච් කුරමින්ද මියා ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් ඇස්ස අමිස් මවුස් के මස්සලෙන් වල මඩ කොලච්චෙන් මිගෙන් මිහින් හදාප මුතනොන් දිවෙහි මේ නැෂතගේ මවුස් के මස්සලෙන් වල තෙහින් ඒ ඩබල් ක්ලික් වනේ එම දිවෙහි නෙගීම එගොත නෙගීම දිවෙහි බහ මිහාර තර්ජමා කොෆෝරි හුරිහා ෆත්තක ගෑගනක සතේක හැදියා හෆයි එත්තනකුම් පෙන්නගොත මිහදාලා වෙන. ඉතින් මේ show more click කොල්ලීම ඉතරම් හැම හුරි පොත්ත පෙන්නාන. ඉතින් මේකෙ මිසල්කට ඉකුදින් කියාලම් බේනුම් වනි ආහාරෙන්ගේ තිමාගේ මිහු මිෆතා මිෆත් මිවාහක කියාලම් බේනුම් වනිද එහෙම වෙච්චාම මිය ක්ලික් කොල්ලානේ. මේ සුරුහියන් එහෙන්නනේ මේ picture එක ක්ලික් කොල්ලානේ. क्लिक කොල්ලීම මියන්නනේ ෆොතුගේ සුරුහිගේ අනේ නම ෆොතුගේ සුරුහි දැන් අනේ කම් බහකුම් කම් හර් කියම් මෙවලනේ දැන් ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කරන් පෙන් වෙජ්ජා මෙතන ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කරවිදාන දැන් මේ කොන් ලෙවල් එකේ අනේ ෆොතෙක්ක මේ උලේනේ ලෙවල් ෆස්ට් රීඩින් බුක්කුම් ෆෙෂිගේ ලෙවල් 5 බා හැමයා हुन्नान दें kita sofa के पोतेक्कं and मिफय तर्जमा को फवन kita bahakkan nah misal ka miha hisabu mes tikudun benum weda dive hinnenno ingiresen kiyanda ehem bahakum kiya ehem wejahama mitanu huluwalage misaka englishun kiyagotas badal kolle weda eka mihara mispen huluwane mi divehin kiyalam wege mitaga me reader me pittalawe pittalim kikata ओके पित्तालियम मेरे फेंग हुलुविगे मिहार मियानने इंगे मिहार मीगे मी फॉन्ट साइज मिसाका मा कुडेयो माने बोर्ड कोलंबेन वेजा मिंदा टीटीए क्लिक कोल्लागे you can me board tiya mehin click kurima font ituru mundane kuda kolambeena wejam kuda tiya click kolima kuda wana inge den kurin jol kya ding hem sa ka background color badal kolambeena wejam mas badal kolle vidan dikudenna mitano then for download කරන් වෙච්චාම මෙතනම සම download කරවිදාන then kurin jol bebe kya ding gota download kogen hama tikudin print kollage mas ki dane kamako commercially wahake ki vikkumakashe ekamennu kuwe inge ema divehi patta hodala me hadala go ade far kya dena website එක gossa mita minda mi symbol click kollafa mitanun nagani minda drop down box language un nagani divehi nagafa show books click kollima huriha divehi pattake pennar ebe swalayan apetta kudenne saaf huriha kude saaf mehar wara waha kadwa hala hitun kane huriha kude vitibida ema mi sawal kollana sheheya da shehe datta waha ke kyalada
शुक्रिया नश उरिया को दिन नवेस मी एप्लीकेशन अदि वेबसाइट बेणु कुरानगे कोमेस मीवर का 10 कम उम्मीद कुरान अदि कुरियन एतनुगा एप्लीकेशन अदि वेबसाइट वेस बेणु कुरान कम उम्मीद कुरान देन कुरियमेति दिवेहि वाहकगे वगुतुකොಳು मेद तिकु दिन दिवेहि वाहकिय देनि शेहेदत्ता इंगा शेहेदत्ता वाहकियन ಅವಹಂ ಹವಾಲ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲ शेहेदत्ता ಅವಹ ವಾಹಕ ಫಶ ಹಿಂಗಾದ මිකුදින් වර වාහක අඩුව හිතුන්නේ මෙතිබි
coba hore aku deh wah gaduhan tayar tetibi Ida higa fashion mihar share to miki yaad hai mole konna me kiya waha ke
Wahi
adine gedo
labbarenge
kiya de mole ni darshana ge bodu hiyal ehen kiya waha ke mihar me fashion ni horiya ko de marangala adu hache
darshanaage bodu hiyal
yes mihar me kiya deni mihar me fashion inge ready do horiya ko de adu han tayar titibi
labba
මිහාර දර්ශනය චෙන්ඩා එන් කියා දෙකුදේ මේක මෙවලනි දර්ශනය චෙන්ඩා හමජෙහෙලාගෙන් අඹහුගේ හියලුගා ඉරුගේ ගදා ආවෙන් රක්කා තෙරෙවෙ තිබ්බේ එවස් කුලිවර මියදු මා හූණු ගදේ ಫಿನಿಕೊಲ್ಲಂ ಕೋರುಗೆ ಸೇರಿಯ ದುಬ್ಬಾಲಂದಾಂ ಬೇನು ಹೆಯ್ಯೆ ದರ್ಶನ ಹಿಯೆ ಯಗಿಂ ಬೇನು එකමොක් හිතංගරණි මියදු කාකුගේ ටයරේ බායේ ෆෙලේනි ಚೆಂಡೆ ಬ್ಯಾಸ್ಕಲಂ ಅರಮಂ ಬುඤ್ಞೆ මිහරු කොමෙදෝක මිකුදෙන් ದುಬ್ಬಾಲಂದಾರು ಮಿ ಬ್ಯಾಸ್ಕಲ್ಗು ಮೀನ ಟಯರ್ ಮಿ ಫಳಾಂದನಿ ಕೋರುಗೆ ಅಸ್ಸೇರಿಯ ದಿಯುಮ ಒನ್ನ ಮಗುಗ ಗಲಾ ಕಾಶಿ ವರ್ಗಿನೆ ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ದುಹಾಕ್ವೆಸ್ ಎಮಗುನ್ ದುವ್ವಾ ಕೊಮ್ಮೆವೆಸ್ ಮೀಹಿಗ್ಗೆ ಟಯರ್ ಫಳಾಗೆನ್ ಎಬದೆ ದೆನ್ ಎಮಿಹುನ್ ಜೆಹೆನಿ ಬ್ಯಾಸ್ಕಲ್ ಕೊಪ್ಪಮುನ್ ಗಿಯಾ ಹಮೆಯ ಗೊಸ್ ಎಮಿಹುನ್ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮಿಫೆನ್ ಗೆಹಿಯಾಯಕು ಟಯರು ಹದಾಶೆ ದರ್ಶನಾಯಕಿ ಕಂಕಮನ್ ಹಲ್ಲು ಹೋದಾ ಹೆವಾ ಕುಚ್ಚಕೆ එකමකො මිකමන් හල්ලෙවණි නොල්විෆේ මෙයා තිකුදින් තෙරෙන් කිතක් කුදින් වේ කන්තත මිහරු මි මස්සලේ කමෙදි මාවි මේකන්ත රංගල් කරම් බේනුවණි කිතක් කුදින් බේනු වේදෝ රංගල් කරම් හොරි හකුදින් වෙස් එකුජෙකුගේ ලබ්බා එහෙම තිකුදිනකි දර්ශනක හකුදින්ද වාකේ කුරිය ගෙදන්ගේ එකමකො මියදු වරන් හූණු ගදේ ಬ್ಯಾಸ್ಕಲ್ ಫುರೋಳುಗೆ ಹಂಫಳ್ಯಾಗೆನ್ ದಿಯುಮುಗೆ ನುರಕ್ಕಲ ಎಕುವೆಸ್ ಮಿಯದು ದಾಂಜೆ ಕೋರುಗೆ ಅಸೆರಿಯ ಚೆಂಡೆಯ ವರೆ ಕುರಿನ್ ದಾಣ ಬಾರ ಕುರಿಯ ದುವ್ವಾಲಮು ದರ್ಶನ ಗೋವಾಲಿಯೆ එකමක ಫುರತಮ ಕಮ್ಮತಿ ಗೋಳಿ ಎಳುಮಾಯಕು ಕುರಿ ಫುರೋಳು ಕಹಾಲ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೀವಿಯೆ ಅಳೆ ನೋ ಅಣೆಕ್ಕ ದರ್ಶನ ಹಳಿಯಲ್ಲೆವಿಯೆ ಆರೆಂ ಬೇನುಮಿ ಫಿನ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಎ ಫುರೋಳು ಫಳ್ಯಾಗೆನ್ ದಿಯೆ ಫುರುಳುಂ ಎಕ್ಕೊ ವ್ಯಾದ್ಯುಮ ಬುರೆ ಕೊಮ್ಮೆವೆಸ್ ವರಕ ವ್ಯಾಹಿ ಫೇಟಿಫಾ ಹುರುಮು ಗಿಯಾಹಮಿಯ ಫೋರಂದೆನ್ ಫಸೇವಾಣಿಕಮ ವಿಸ್ನಿ ಚುಯಿಂಗಂ ಕಿರ್ಕೊಳೆ ಫುರುಳುಗೆ ಫಳಾಗಿನ್ ಗೊಸ್ಫಾವಾ ಲೋಬಳುಗ ತಕ್ಕೊಲ್ಲಿಯೆ ಮೀ ವರ ಸೇಕು ಹಿಯಾಲೆ එකම ಮೀ ಕಮುಂ ಎಹೀತರಿಕಮ ಲಿವಿದಾಣೆ ದರ್ಶನ ವಿಸ್ನಾಲಿಯೆ ಗಿಯ ದಿಯೈರುವಸ್ ಫುರುಳುಗ ವ್ಯಾಹುರುಮುನ್ ದರ್ಶನ ಹ್ಯಾರಾಂವಿಯೆ ರಂಗಳು එකමක් අධි හිනිතුම් වෙෆාවා මූණ බේනු කරවිදාන චුයින්ගම් කිරුගණු මති ඉස්ටිකාය තැක්පුරමු දර්ශන අබුඤ්ඤේ මේ දර්ශන කීනෙන් එහෙදි ෆුරල් ෆලන්දියාම ටිකු දිනන් ඉවණ කීනෙන් එහෙදි
chewing-gum bubble gum waffle
ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಲ್ಲಂಗೆ ಮತಿ ಸ್ಮೈಲಿ ಫೇಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೈನ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ
ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕೊಲ್ಲಂಗೆ
ದರ್ಶನ ಫುರಳ ವ್ಯಾಜ್ಯಮು ಚುಯಿಂಗಂ ಕಿರುಗಂಡ ಇಸ್ಟಿಕಾ ಎಹಿಗ ಫುರಳುಗ ರಂಗಳ ವ್ಯಾಹಿ ಫ್ಯಾಟಿಫಾ ಹುರಿಕಂ ಇಂಗುನೆ ಆಹಾರಗತುಗ ಮಿಗೊತ ವರುಗದೆ ತೈವ್ವ ಇಸ್ಟಿಕಾ ಹುರಿ ನಮ ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ವಗುತೆಗ್ಗ ಅದಿ ಕೊಮ್ಮೆ ತಾಕೋಸ್ ಫುರಳು ಬೆದ್ದಿದಾಣೆ ದರ್ಶನ ಆಮಿಲ್ಲ ನಫ್ಸ ಬುඤ್ಞೆ ಕೋರು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಗಿಯದ್ದಿವ ಮಗುಮತಿಗ ಚೆಂಡಾ ದರ್ಶನಾಗೆ ಗೇದುಶ ಮಡುಕೊಲ್ಲಿಯೆ ಅದಿ ದರ್ಶನಾಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಸ್ಕಲ್ಗೆ ಫುರಳು ಫೆಣುಮು ಬುඤ್ಞೆ ಹಾದ ನಲ್ಲೆ ವ್ಯಾಹಿ ಫಾಟಾತ ದರ್ಶನ ಜವಾಬ್ ದಿನೆ ತಿರ್ಕಮ ಮೀಹುಂ ಅಗುದೇನೆ ಹಮ ಗ್ಯಾಮಸ್ ಅಹರೆಂದೇನ ಚೆಂಡಾ ದುವ್ವಾಲುಮ ಬುඤ್ಞೆ ಮಿಗುತ ಫುರಳುಗೆ ಹಂ ಬದ್ದಂ ಮಿಕಮಂ ಮೀಹುಂ ಅಗುದೇನತ ದರ್ಶನ ಹಿತಂ ಎರಿಯೆ ಆಹರೆನ ಮಿಕಮ್ಗೆ ವಿಯಫಾರಿಯ ಫಶಾ ಮುಸ್ಸಂದಿವೆ ವಿದಾಣೆ මිහර දර්ශනාගේ හියාලන් එයි කොංචේ මේ එමසෙක කොග්ගෙන් දර්ශන මුස්සදි වේදානේ දර්ශනයන් කුදින්න නිසාක ෆුරල් ෆලංගොසිකම වඤ්ඤම් ඒති රංගල කොද්දීගෙන් ඒගෙන් දර්ශනයන් එච්චල් ලිබේන ගොයි වේදානේ එන්දොයි දර්ශන හිතන් ඒරි එන්ත හිවණි කුත්ති කුදින්න හිවණි කින්නේ ලබ්බා එනේ රේගඬු ශාන්ති බොඩු බේබේ ನೀಮೋ ಏನಾಗೆ ಕಾಡು ಹೆದುಮುಗೆ ವಿಯಫಾರಿ ಫುಲಾಕುರಾನೆ ಗೊತಕಾ ಮೆದು ವಾಹಕ ದೆಕ್ಕಿಯೆ ಆಹಾರಮಸ್ ಮಿಯೊಳನಿ ವಿಯಫಾರಿಯ ಫಶ ದರ್ಶನ ಫೋರಿಯಾಕು ಬುඤ್ಞೆ ಆಹಾರೆನ್ ಹದಾಣಿ ಇಸ್ಟಿಕಾ ಪೇಜ್ ಏರುಂ ಬ್ಯಾಸ್ಕಲ್ ಫುರೊಳುಗೆ ವ್ಯಾದಿಯುಮು ಕೊಮ್ಮೆತಾಕು ಹುಟ್ಟಸ್ ಕುಡಕುದಿನಂ ಅಮಿಲ್ಲೆನ್ ಎಕುದಿಂಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಸ್ಕಲ್ಗೆ ಫುರೊಳುಗೆ ಹಂಬದ್ದಾ ಫುರೊಳು ಹದಾಲೆವೇನೆ ನೇವಾಯಲು ಮಟ್ಟಕ ದರ್ಶನ ಏನಾಗೆ ದಿಗು ವಾಹಕ ಹುಟ್ಟಾಲಮು ಏಯಿ ವರ ರಂಗಳು ಹಿಯಾಲೆಕಮ ಬೊಡುವೆ ಬುඤ್ಞೆ ಪೆಚು ತಯ್ಯಾರ್ ಕೊರಮು ಹರದುವಾಣೆ ವರ ವಿಕ್ಕಾಣೆ ಅಗು ಎಂಗೆ ಹೆಯ್ಯೆ ಬೇಬೆ ಹಿಯೆ ಅದಿ ಹಿಸಾಬು ಬೆಲೆ ಹೆಟ್ಟುಮಾ ಇಸ್ತಿಹಾರ್ ಕುರುಮಾ ವಿಕ್ಕಾಣೆಗು ಎಂಗೆ ಹೆಯ್ಯೆ දර්ශනා මොළිවේ කමයක් ඉස්චහාදී මින් එවස් කමක ඒන ආදි විස්නාෆා කමෙන් ඕනේ දර්ශනාය නුස්නා එකහල එවස් කමක දර්ශනා විස්නේ ස්ටිකා තයාර කොල්ලන් හිප්පාල දෙන එකම එයි දර්ශනා බේනුම් වණී මිසාල්කන් එච්චලි බේගොත එකන් කොරාකම වඤ්ඤාමු මෙයන් බොඩ්වේ වේබොනි හුරිහාකම කම විස්නම් වණද හිදෙන්ග දර්ශනා කියනකම් කොයක් අද්ද ගෙන්දානි බලාව දැන් හීලාෆා බොඩ්වේ බේ බලාදී නෝ එකම ආහාරෙන්න දස් කොද්දෙන් වේනෝ මේ වර මජාකම කවානේ තිය ආහාරෙන් කාලා වියෆාරි වෙරිය බොඩ්වේ බේ නීමෝ හෙමු බුයිනේ බේබ කාලා කෝචේ දර්ශනා බුයිනේ ආර බේනුමේ ඵලයන් ගොස හුන්න ෆුරුළුගා ජහ පෙචු තයාර කරා තිය වර ගිනමී හුන්න දිමායෆාව මසලේගේ හල්ලු ලිබේනේ වර රංගල හියාද අදි දර්ශනාත්‍යකන් කුරාහි වේ එකම වියෆාරිය ෆෂම් බේනුවේ බොඩ්වේ ඔලු ෆිල්වාදින වියෆාරි වෙන්නකි එහි එකේ ರೇಗಂಡುಗೆ ಕೆವನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮಾಲುಮ ಫಹು ಬೊಡುಬೇವೆ ನೀಮೋ ಏನಾಗೆ ವಿಯಫಾರಿಗ ಗೆಂಗುಳೆ ಬಾಯಿ ಲಿಯಕಿಯುಂತಕ ಹಿಸಾಬ್ ಜಹುಮಾ ಹಿಸಾಬ್ ಬೆಲೆ ಹೆಟ್ಟು එකම දාणे හරදා වික්කේනේ හරදු කියාදිනේ ආරෙಗೆ එක්වරින ගණවේනි කිහාවරකත්තෝ ආහාරෙන් බලානමෙ බරාබ
मिस्सती म्यूट का You are mute. Miss Tini mute ka.
Thank you. Uriya kudina Mr. Neguniye mute. Uriya rangaluda. Inna radu iveta.
Dabba. 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 Dabba.
Tiye වර ගින මීහුන්න දිමායිෆාවා මස්සලේගේ හල්දු ලිබේනේ වර රංගියාල. අදි දර්ශනා තියකන් කුරා හිව්වේ එකම ව්‍යපාරිය ෆෂන් බේනුවේ. බොඩ්වේ වලු ෆිල්වාදිනේ. ವ್ಯಫಾರಿ ವೆರಿನಕಿ ಎಹಿ ಏಕೆ ಅಲ್ಮಫೌ ಬೊಡುಬೇವ ನೀಮೋ ಏನಾಗಿ ವ್ಯಫಾರಿಗ ಗೆಂಗುಳೆ ಬೈಲ್ದಿ ಏಕಿಯುಂತಕ ಹಿಸಾಬ್ ಜಹುಮಾ ಹಿಸಾಬ್ ಬೆಲೆහෙಟ್ಟು එකම දාणे ಹರದ ವಿಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಹರದು ಕಿಯಾದಿನೆ ಆರಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ವರಿನ ಗಣವೇಣಿ ಕಿಹಾವರಕತ್ತೋ ಆಹಾರೆ ಬಾಲಾಣಂ ದರ್ಶನ ಬುನ್ನೆ ಬರಾಬರ್ ಬೊಡುಬೇವ ನೀಮೋ ಬುನ್ನೆ ಏಕಮ ಕಿಯಾಣಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ದಿರಾಸಾಯ ಮಿಯಾರು ದರ್ಶನ ಎಸ್ಟಿಕಾ ವಿಕ್ಕಾತ್ ಉಳೇತಿವೆ ದರ್ಶನ ಯೋಳನಿ ಕುಡ ಕುದಿನ್ನ ಕಿಹಾವರಕತ್ತೋ ಏತಿ ವಿಕ್ಕೇನಿ මෙයාර කුජ්ජකන් එච්ච වික්කාකම වඤ්ඤා වලම් වණ තයි කුදින්න කිහවරකත්තෝ එක් ගානේ වේනි ද බලන් ජේනත
Labba. Labba. Labba.
ಅದು ದರ್ಶನ ಏನಾಗು ಎಕ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಗಾತು ಎಹುಮ್ಗೆ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆ ಫೆಶಿಯೆ ಬೈಕುದಿನ್ ನುಗಣ್ಣಾನೆ ಕಮ ಬುನಿ ನಮವೆಸ್ එකම දෙතින් හස් රියල් හේද කුරානේ කම බුනි කුදින් වෙස් තිබ්බේ වර රංගල දර්ශන එක්කුරි මෞලුමාත්ගේ වාහකත බොඩ්වේවි නීමෝයා හිස්සා කුරුමුන් බොඩ්වේවි බුන්නේ මිහාර්තිය ලිබුනි පෙච්තකන් අගු කණ්ඩාලාන ගොතුගේ හියාල බස්කල් හදා ෆිහාරෙන් ආම්කො ලිබේ පෙච්තකවස් බලාෆ මේ දර්ශනා ඉතුර බුන්නේ වර රංගල आमको लिबे पेचा दर्शना विक्कंती ओले पेच के बदल गामी हम गन्ना ने बदल एचके बोडवे बने दिने दर्शना जेहेनी होरिहा कुदिन एना के पेच गन्ना ने कोमवेस गोतें होदाश एकम को किहिने हेये दर्शना विष्णु नो एम्मे रंगल गोतकी एना के पेच तक कुदिन के बैस्कल गा हुन्न गोता कुदिन दक्का इस्तिहार कोरमे विमा दर्शना निम्मी एना के स्टिकर पेच तक बाइक कुदिन न හිලේ දිනුවෆහු එකුදින්ගේ බෑස්කල්ගා ස්ටිකර් පෙච්තන් හාරු කොරමශ එකුදිනන් හීවනි කීන වෙගින් හෙන් දර්ශන අයවලනි හොරිහා කුදින් බයික් කුදින රටේ කුදින ඒ පෙච්ත දී
ඒරුම් ගන්නානේ
එකුදින ෆෙනිගෙන් එකුදින ඇති කමුදී එකුදින ඇති රීති වීම එකුදින් ඒ ගන්නානේ ද එහෙම දර්ශනාගේ හියාල් වර රංගලුතාද දෙංග කුරිය ගෙන්ද වාක වරන් අව දර්ශනාගේ හියාල් කාමියාබි දර්ශනාගේ ස්ටිකා බෑස්කල් ගා ජහන් කොම්මෙ කුජ්ජවස් බේනු වී බෑස්කල් ෆිහාරෙන්වස් ඒනාගේ ස්ටිකා ගතුම දර්ශනා ගුලියේ එකමක මිහාර් දර්ශනා ෆූහි වාම් ෆෂාෆි මේ ඒනා හී කුරිහා මජාකම කන්නෝවිය පාරුගා එකණි හොරිහා කම
එක්කම් එකුජ බේනා එච්ච ගන්නානේ
පහරුග එකනි හොරියාකමෙන් අමිල්ලිය නුකුරානම එහාවරු බයියනවානේ බොඩුවේ රසිය තෙරිවි දර්ශනා කුල්ලියක හඳාම් වී චෙන්ඩා මතින්නේ ei abadus wara tarutibu hisaba molu adi baskavas gengula hiba kucheke ei emme rangalu viefari hissadaru kama vedane chenda megota wara kamudiye gina duwe hennuwe mi de queringe viefari wara fula vejje darshana mihunge shawweikan hoduwa diyeru chenda diyei libmundiye order ta balahattamunde avashuge huriha kudimves duwwamun diyei ulagada istika pecchaha pahuri baskave
Miss.
ದೂಸ್ಕೊಳಕ ಫೋ ಬೊಡ್ಬೇವೆ ನೀಮೋ ಜಿಯಾರೆ ಕುರ್ಮುಂ ದರ್ಶನ ಆ ಚೆಂಡಾಗೆ ವ್ಯಫಾರಿಗೆ ಹುರಿಹಾ ವಾಹಕೆ ಕಿಯಾದನೆ ಹಿಸಾಬ್ಗೆ ಲಿಯುಂತಂ ಉಫದ್ದುನು ವರ ವಿಕ್ಕುನು ಅದದು ದೆಕ್ಕಿ ಅದು ಇಸ್ತಿಹಾರ್ ಕುರಾನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಕ ಅಲಂ ಹೆದುನು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ತ ದರ್ಶನ ಬೊಡ್ಬೇವೆ ದೆಕ್ಕಿಯೆ ತಿಯೈ ವರ ಫಹುರುವೆರಿ ದೆ ವ್ಯಫಾರ್ವೆರಿ ಬೊಡ್ಬೇವೆ ಬುಣ್ಯೆ ಶುಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಬೇಬೆಗೆ ಹಿಯಾನುಲ මිහා සේකො හියාලෙන් හගීගී වියෆාරි වෙරිය බදල නුකුරේ වුණේ අහරෙන්ගේ දෙන්වෙන් හියාල් අඩුවහන් තයාරු හයි තිකුදින් තයාරුත
Miss.
දෙන්වෙන් හියාල් අඩුවහන් තයාරු ඒකක මිහිසාව වාක මෙදි නිමිෆයි දෙන් කිනේ හදානි දෙන් තිකුදින් හියාල් කොබ්බල් අලෙ දෙන් මිහාර දර්ශනා කුරින් විස්නා ෆින්ගෙන් එන්දින් ගිෆ දෙන් තිකුදෙන් විස්නා බල අලෙ මේ පුරිහා කුදින් විස්නාල බල දර්ශනා දෙන් විස්නා ෆින්නානි කොන්කම කත්තෝ එකම වාහක මිසා බොන්නේ මොනේ තිකුදෙන තිවා මේවා කමුදිය
සේකල් බයික් ත ගන්න හදා
ආහා එහෙන් ඒ මිසා මේ වාහක මෙනෙවනේ මේ වාහක රීතිවානිකම වාහක රීතිවිකම හොරිහා කුදින් අනේ ශෝය මිසී කුරන්
Miss.
ඉතිමිතා කීකේ
Kongadeko class ni mane ade ni
class නිමේන කන්නේ ගිරු කොලකොන්
Kongrabun class ni mani.
එහෙම මිසාව මේ ශේරත මිනි නිම්මාලේ ඉංගේ ශේරතගේ වාහක
Miss alugonu gine bige wahaka kiyam
වර රංගල
වර රීති වාහකෙද්දෝ හුරයා කුදින්
labba
ರಾ ಹುರಿಯಾ ಕುದಿಮೆಗೆ ಶೇದತ್ತೆ ಶುಕ್ರಿಯಾ ಬುಣೆಲ್ಲ ವರ ರಂಗಳಂಗೆ ದೆನ್ ಕುರಿಯಮ್ಮತಿ ಇಂಗಿರೇಸ್ ವಾಹಕೆಗೆ ವಗುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳು මියද තිකු දින්න ඉංගිරේස් වාහකියාදේනි මින්න මහුජුබ් ෂුජාව් මින්න හිඟා වාහක ෆෂන්.
Hello, my name is Minha, and today I'm just going to be reading you guys a story called Connection Hill. So I hope you guys are just as excited to hear this as I am to read it for you all. Let's start the story. Gendis and her brother like to wait for father to come home from work. Their father is a motorcycle taxi driver in the city. He says there are more customers in the city than in the village they live. This means that he essentially just has to go to another place for him to get money and make a living. Because of the pandemic, Gendis is studying from home. More precisely, Gendis is studying on a hill. Gendis borrows father's phone and goes to a nearby hill to connect to the internet. So we all have been living in a pandemic as well, so we can understand the struggle she's going through to study. Today, Gendis has to go to the hill to study again. All her friends have already left, but Gendis needs to wait for her father to get home. He has promised her that he'd arrive home early. So even though they are in a pandemic, she still gets to study with her friends. So I think that's really great for her. Mom asks, "You're still waiting for father, right?" Please take care of Akbar for a moment, Gendis. I will bathe Rara. Gendis leads Akbar to the porch. She can wait for her father there. So she has 2 younger siblings, and she lives with her mother and father. The day is getting late, and it's afternoon now. Where's father? Gendis keeps looking for him on the street near their home. Then she hears a familiar sound. What do you guys think the sound is?
The knock on the door.
The father.
The knock on the door.
The door.
This is a part. Yeah. That was his
Dad,
father.
on the door.
The father.
It is from the door and it's her friend.
Okay, let's see what it is, shall we? Father, he's home at last. Gendis carries Akbar inside in a hurry. At the same time, Mom finishes giving Rara her bath. Gendis then runs back outside. Oh, father, where have you been? It turns out that father had a flat tire. He had to find a repair shop that was still open. Gendis, there's a message from your teacher. Father hands his phone over to Gendis. So he promised her that he'd arrive home a bit early so she could study with her friends. But he kind of came home very, very late because his tire went flat. This means that something punctured it, making it so he couldn't drive it anymore. Gendis eagerly takes the phone, but oh, the battery's almost dead. Gendis has to plug in the phone to recharge it. That takes a long time, so she won't be going home. She won't be going to the hill until late. Most of her friends will probably be home by then. Gendis is scared to study on the hill by herself. Would you guys be scared to study on the hill all by yourself at night?
Yes.
A little. No, otherwise you get scared. If you go alone, you are lost.
Honestly, I think I would be a bit scared to study on a great big hill at night. Gendis knows her father must be very tired from working all day, but she can't ask Mom to accompany her to the hill. She finally braces herself to ask father. To her surprise, father is willing to go with her to the hill. Father can rest now while the phone is recharging, Mom says. She says that her mother can't go with her to the hill. This is because her mom has to take care of her 2 younger siblings. So it's not because she doesn't want to go, it's just that she really can't. Gendis leaves for the hill after sunset. She carries a flashlight while father brings a mat and an oil lamp. The path is quiet and dark the entire way. Do you guys know what an oil lamp is?
No.
Okay, so an oil lamp is basically something they used in the past. It's kind of like a flashlight, but they light a candle inside it and it just creates light so you can see in the dark. Gendis carefully steps over a rocky and curvy footpath as it gets steeper. She pulls her jacket tighter as she walks. So from this, you can kind of see that it's very, very cold. And do you guys like the view on the hill? I think it's honestly really, really pretty.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Like it.
I agree. Yes.
Gendis finally reaches the top of the hill. This is her first time coming to the hill at night. How do you think Gendis would have felt at that moment? Was she scared? Was she excited to be here on this hill?
She was excited to be there. She was scared.
Nervous.
Okay, let's find out what she thinks. There are many other children who are studying like Gendis. They are accompanied by adults. However, Gendis doesn't have her friends around. So you can see that she's actually really excited to be here, but she's obviously a tiny, tiny bit disappointed that her friends aren't going to be there with her. Now it's time for Gendis to study. She immediately checks her phone signal and notices that it isn't connected yet. The signal is poor. She has to move around to get her phone connected. So even on this hill where the connection is best on the town, she has to still find a way to make the phone connect. What if the phone is attached to this tree? Hey, it works. Her phone signal is so strong. Gendis can start studying. So from this picture, we can see that Gendis finds kind of a low-lying branch on the tree and places her phone on top of it so that her phone can get a better range and that she can start studying. The notifications keep coming. Gendis reads every message in her inbox. One is from her teacher telling her what the new school lessons and assignments are. I think this is so cute because you can see that her friends really care about her. How do you guys feel when your friends message you?
Happy and excited.
Happy.
We don't
I happy.
I
feel excited. If it is a good event.
Okay, let's move to the next part of the story. Father immediately spreads the mat so that Gendis can study. He sits beside her. Gendis focuses on her studies. Once in a while, she reads aloud from the phone screen. You know, you guys can see the stars in the night sky, right? Even though they're so bright, she still needs a light so she can actually see what she's doing. That's why her father brought the oil lamp from home before. As it gets later, the air turns colder. Some children have already finished their studies and were hurrying back home. Only a few are left with Candace. Would you guys be willing to study this late at night on a hill? Why or why not?
No. Because I will be alone. I want to
It would be my session.
That will be sleepy very night.
In my opinion, I think it would actually be kind of scary to study that late with none of your friends. But if my friends were there with me, I would happily study on that hill. While Gendis is finishing her work, her phone suddenly loses its connection. Luckily, there's more space on the hill right now. She can freely move around to pick up a better signal. She climbs onto a big rock not far from where she was sitting. Finally, the phone reconnects. No wonder so many kids were studying here before. Candice returns to her studies there, even though she keeps yawning. Later, Candice hurries back to where her father is and says, "Let's go home. I'm so sleepy." She's been studying so hard and finally it's caught up to her. Now she really just wants to take a break and relax back at home. "Father, let's go home," Candice says once more. But again, he doesn't say anything. When she looks carefully, she sees he's fallen asleep. Why do you guys think he's fallen asleep?
He was so sleepy on the
He was tired.
He was tired when he came home.
He was very tired and sleepy. That's why. Because it's late in the night.
I
He
think
was
it's
so
because
sleepy he actually fell asleep so late at night.
I
It
think
was
it's
so
because he's been
because we sleep. He
traveling
was
around.
too tired because
Kids have so much to say. Candice taps softly on her father's shoulder until he wakes up. Are you finished, Candice? Not yet, but I took some notes so I can finish the assignments at home. Candice will have to go to the hill again tomorrow to send her finished assignments to the teacher. Candice asks father to get home sooner. Okay, I'll try to get home as fast as I can. Now let's go home. So Candice finally finishes, well, not completely, but mostly. And now she's going home so she can finally take that well-earned break. Okay, guys, that's the end of the story. How did you guys like it?
It was actually pretty
good.
It was
Very good. It was very good. And the story of it was
That was epic.
I'm so glad you guys enjoyed that. Do you guys have any questions? If so, please ask me and I can answer them.
No questions.
Me too.
Why did they not go so late at night instead of early in the morning or like in the afternoon or something like that?
That's
Because
because
his father didn't come.
because
What
her
is
father
his dad
gets
retired?
home early, but then his cycle's tire popped. So basically, he can't drive with a flat tire or he'll fall. That's why he came home a bit later than usual. But she still needed to finish her studying so she could be like on track with everyone else in her school.
Why couldn't she do it at home? Was there no connection there?
Yeah, the Wi-Fi doesn't reach her home. The only place in her town which actually gets Wi-Fi is this hill, so they all go there to study.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does the hill have connection?
Because it's a bit higher, so the signal reaches better.
And also the signal tower thingy is closer to the hill, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I have a question. Why do you think I have a question.
I have a question too. Miss, I have a fact.
Yes, what is it?
So the fact is, I know why it is known as connection hill.
Yes, why do you think it is?
It's because the hill gets connection.
Yeah, I
And,
think you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly why this story is called Connection Hill. Yeah.
I have a question.
I have a question. Me.
I have a question.
One by one.
At only not night time, though that connection will be reaching.
Yes, most of the time they go to study during the day, but there's some kids who are there at night because their parents have to study they have to go to work during the day. Okay, guys, I think that's enough questions for today. So thank you so much. I hope you loved that story as much as I loved reading it for you.
I wish I could read it.
Thanks for reading.
Awesome.
Let's read Asia.
I'm happy to be you.
There's a lot more stories on there for you guys to enjoy.
Superpower.
Yes. I hope you guys will join the next session. Okay, that's it for me. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good day. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Good day. Bye.
ವಿವಾಹಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವರ ರೀತಿದೋ ಕೊದೆ
Labba. Yeah. Labba. Oh yeah. Awesome.
ಹಿಂಗ ಹುರಿ ಹಾಕೋದಿವೆಗೆ ಮಿನ್ಹೆ ಶುಕುರಿಯಾ ಬಣಲ
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
ದೆಮ್ಮೆತಿ ವರಂಗ್ ಹಾಸ ವಗುತ್ಕೊಳೆ ಆಮಲ್ ದತ್ತೆ ಕುರುವಾಹಕ್ಕೆ ಕಿಯಾಲ ವಗುತ್ಕೊಳ್ಮೆತಿ ಜೈಫಾ ಆಮಲ್ ದತ್ತ ಹಿಂಗ ಅವ ವಾಹಕ್ ಪಶಂದು.
Well, thank you, girls and boys out there. It's so nice. We are having holiday time, and all of you are ready to have lots and lots of stories to be read and for you also to read. Can you give me a cheer? Yay! Ready? I want each and every one of you to read with me today. I'm only going to read 3 pages. And when I'm reading, you just read with me. I will only read a part of the story and I will let you read the rest. So do you know how to find, let's read on your mom's phone or on your iPad? Now, do you know how to go?
I know.
Very good. It's very important that each one of you know how to find us. So what is the URL? The URL is already there in the chat box, so you should be able to look at the chat box and you read. Yes, you can ask Naba, who is organizing it, if we can have some tomorrow also. But let's see how we go. All right, are you ready for the story?
I think I have to tomorrow.
Are you ready for the story?
Oh yeah.
You read with me. I will read only the first 3 pages, and I want you to read the rest on your own. Clear, everybody?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, all right.
You will let us read a story book or in the screen.
Yes, I want you to take a storybook, and the storybook is on the Let's Read platform. It's on the Let's Read platform. Okay, now this is where you get your books. Yeah? This is the Let's Read platform. This is where you get your books. And from here, I want you to go to the next page, which is what I have chosen another story. Okay, this is the story I have chosen from the Let's Read favorites. Okay, this is what it looks like. This is the Let's Read page. That when you go in, there are lots of books. Well, here are lots of books here. There are lots of books here. And from many of these books, there are lots more. You can choose the book that you want to read. The Great Harry Kaha is a book. The Great Teacher is another book. The Rose Village is another book. Sabu and the Mountain. So there are lots of books that you can read from. Now let's see the story that I'm going to read for you right now. Okay? This story is a message in the envelope. When I'm reading, I want you to be reading behind me. Okay? Even if you don't put your sound on, just read with me. Who are the authors of this story? After the very good. There are two authors, Juliana Trihanins and Jennifer Aramis. There are two authors that write this book, and this book is a message in very good. So read with me, okay? Read with me. Malina arranged a stack of envelopes. Mrs. Rinnie's messages were inside. Malina, thanks for your help. Good luck on your exam, Malina. Goals as high as the stars, Malina. Those messages made Malina happy. She wanted to make smaller envelopes. She would give them to everyone. Okay? Now I will tell you a little bit about what the story is about. Okay, Reenie's messages were inside. Mrs. Reenie could be the teacher. And probably Mrs. Reenie is a teacher. You'll have to read to find out. Thanks for your help, said Mrs. Reenie. Good luck on your exam, Malina.
Mama, video just see.
Set your goals as high as the stars, Malina. Now, if somebody sends you a letter in an envelope, will you read it, boys and girls? Yes, you will read it. Yes. And if it says something like, set your goals as high as the stars, will you be happy? If someone says, good luck on your exam, Malina, will you be happy?
Yes.
Thanks for your help. Will that make you happy? Yes. So these messages that Malina had got in this envelope had made her really happy. Okay. She therefore wanted to also make envelopes. Don't you want to make people happy, girls and boys? Do you want to make your mom happy? Your dad happy?
Yes.
Your sisters
Yes.
happy? I think it's a good idea to write letters or messages in envelopes. Okay, so the message here is you can write in you can write something you want to say to somebody, put it in an envelope and give it to that somebody and make that person. Okay, to make another person happy, if you can write something nice and say that in your words, that person, when she gets the message, would really be happy. Now let's find out what Malina does next. Today was 5th of the month. Are you reading with me, girls and boys? Today was the 5th of the month. Mom came home after helping Mrs. Minnie clean the house. She brought some envelopes. Time to do your duty, Malina.
Time to do your duty, Malina.
Malina, sure, Mom. Malina replied happily. First, she looked for her envelope. She handed money inside to Mom. She then read the message in the envelope.
He handed the money inside to Mom.
Just like lime and pomegranate, just like lime and pomegranate, your smile is sweet, Malina. Okay, so on this page, you find out that Malina received another envelope, and there was inside the envelope some money for her that she handed it to Mom. So she gives the money to Mom and she reads the envelope. And what does it say? Just like lime and pomegranate, your smile is sweet. Will that make you happy? What is lime in the way? What is lime?
Lime is lemon.
Lime is like lemon, but a little different. Lime is the green one, the green one. All right, lemon is the yellow one. Lime is usually green, and we call it in English.
Lime is usually green and lemon is usually
yellow. Okay.
yellow.
Yes. Now, which fruit is pomegranate?
Lemon is normally green.
Which fruit is pomegranate? Is annar. Okay. Now, so just like lime and pomegranate, your smile is sweet. Pomegranate usually is sweet, but do you think lime is sweet? Lime? Lime can be a little sour. Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, so let's go on to the next page. I know we have slightly gone off time, but I will only read you one more page and you would continue to read. Distributing the envelopes with encouraging messages every month made Malina happy. She saw every kid laugh. She jumped up and down with joy. They were orphans, just like Malina had been. Envelope of the month. Hooray! Thank you, Malina. When would Malina be able to share her own envelopes? Now, we know a lot more about Malina here. We know that Malina is living in an orphanage. You know what is an orphanage, boys and girls? When you don't have your parents
I know.
to look after,
Kitty game.
yes, then you are put into an orphanage, an institution where other people will look after you. And usually those children, they really, really, really miss their family. They really, really miss their family. And their new families, they will want to be there for each other. Therefore, they have a way of making them happy. So people who are
And they sometimes get adopted.
That's right. They sometimes get adopted, and that's usually a happy ending because then the individual moves with another family and lives just like a part of that family. So it's important to make others, even orphans, happy, because when we are kind to one another, when we are good to one another, that person then becomes happy. And happiness is an essential part. We should always remember to keep each other happy as best as you can. So here we talked about writing envelopes and giving to people that we want to give a message. And usually the message is a happy message of love, so that the other person, once that person receives, it really gets.
Sometimes I do have Envelopes to others. Give envelopes.
Yes, and give away envelopes makes you happy. If you want to give an envelope with a message to a friend, please do. And sometimes you want to say thank you to your mom or dad, or even thank you to your sisters or your grandma. You usually go and give them a big hug, don't you? And say thank you. And sometimes it's nice to have a little handwritten message in it to say thank you. Okay, so what is the name of this story? Boys and
A
girls?
message in the envelope.
Very good. And where will you find this story?
From Let's Read.
Very good.
I read
Right.
lots of stories
And
from that.
you will find this from Let's Read. And
Favorite.
that's right. And during these holidays, what are you going to do? Boys and girls, you will
I have a question.
get into the Let's Read site, and please make sure you read at least 1, 2, maybe 10 books every single day. Okay, we want you to read as much as you want, as many books as you can every single day. There are so many books on the Let's Read platform. Do you all know how to find the Let's Read platform now? It looks a little bit like this. Okay? That's right. So this is the Let's Read digital library. And from the library, digital library, we want you to read as many books as you want during your holiday time. There are Divi books, there are English books, there are many other languages, but those two are languages that you know. Okay, so that brings me to the end of my reading with you, boys and girls. I have enjoyed spending my time with you. I hope you will continue to take books and read with your sisters or your brothers, or just with yourself and maybe an adult to help with. So that's it for now. We'll meet you next month on the first Saturday. Once again, please join us. Have a good holiday, boys and girls. Please spend time reading. Try and read 10 books a day. Try and read how many books, boys and girls? 10 books.
I read 10 books.
10 books a day.
10
books a day.
or maybe 100.
Okay, it would be nice if you can read 100. Okay, so give yourself a big hug, a big tap, 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 a big tap. Mwah. Sending you goodwill and lots and lots of books. Bye bye from me. Bye bye from Mama. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Excuse like, yeah, whatever. Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Over to Shahiba, please.
Thank you.
Miwa, kay suara riti do kuding.
Laba.
Ya huri aku din wege ngamal datya shukriya bunala.
Thank you. Thank you. It was very
Can
fun.
I have a word with you?
Yes, Anton, we will have a
Mihar
word.
milti nimma la gadi jaifa. Ummid
Yeah,
kurani huri aku din naves mihara ka evara kamudiya kama. Miyanna mohoge furatam honi hirdu ves ti huri aku din na baddalwan kama ummid kuran. Session ga bæveri huri aku din vara boda shukriya. Huri aku din na waki vela ninge. Paja verdu kede. Wassalamu alaikum.
Bye. Now off you go and do your reading. Bye. Off you go and do your own reading. Bye-bye. Off you go and do your own reading. Off you go and do your own reading. Behar mi sabam program nimuni emahuri hakudimmi sekuchege amilla reading na vannani Let's Read platform vadigin story read kuramugen. Datameng mi sabam mi session nimala.